Good morning, people. Happy Monday. It's Motivational Monday. How are you? I hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a lovely weekend this weekend. My Sunday was great. My Saturday was fine and relaxing. I was painting on Saturday and Friday, actually, Friday night. But Sunday was kind of relaxing. I went to church and they just prepare my week so that I can deal with everything that I have to deal with during the week. You know, I mean, I have to keep filling into myself and whatnot, but I had a good weekend. Anyway, you have tuned in to the Brave Stars podcast. And for those of you who don't know me, I am your host, Janice LaStar Simmons, and I am a survivor, a breaker of chains, and an advocate against domestic violence. And let me share with you the domestic violence hotline number. It's 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. 1-800-799-7233. Okay. If anyone should need that, or if you know someone who needs that number, please pass it on to them. Don't be afraid to ask them if you can call for them. I believe they're going to make them call back, but still, you want to be able to speak for them if they're afraid to speak for themselves. Anyway, to get them started, you would do that. So I'm your host. You can tune in on iTunes, Spotify, Good Pods, Amazon Music, and of course, you can watch in on YouTube. Whatever you do, hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, it helps a lot. And let's get started, okay? This weekend, I had something that I was going to do with the grandkids, but I felt convicted against doing it with Halloween, and I don't want to open up any kind of portals or spirits. I mean, a lot of people don't believe in that, and I've celebrated Halloween many years, but as I was told, it said you celebrated it because those spirits kept you coming back. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all of that. I knew that doing the trunk or treat thing, I would be driving down 3 hours to get to New York and then standing for hours while this was taking place. You know, the trunk or treat thing was taking place with the kids, and then driving back 3 hours. And that just didn't sit well with me. I was like, you know what, that's a bit much. I'm not in my 20s anymore. I haven't been for a minute. So yeah, that was going to be a bit much for me to do in one day. So I had to decide against going. The other complaints and reasons that came across to me was something to think about. But I mean, I don't celebrate Halloween anymore. I haven't celebrated it in a minute. But I don't stop my daughter from celebrating it. She doesn't bring any kind of wicked-looking paraphernalia in the house, at least. I want to start today's affirmation of meditation. So let's begin with that, shall we? Now, you're going to say this affirmation throughout your day. More than once in a day. You're going to keep saying it. Repeat it. When you first say it about 10 times. And then you'll say it throughout the day as you should need it, and throughout your week to strengthen you, okay? All right. Today's affirmation of meditation is, I give myself permission to be healthy and blessed. It is my divine right to accept God's grace and allow Him to bless my life. I give myself permission to be healthy and blessed. It is my divine right to accept God's grace and his blessings over my life. You can say that throughout your day. You can shorten it to mean what it is you need it to mean to help boost your confidence in your healthcare journey. Okay, what we are doing here is what I usually do. I talk to you and give you some information about how to lower your pressure. So you're going to be taking your medications. I am not a doctor, okay? So I'm sure you've been prescribed some high blood pressure medication if you happen to be someone who suffers from high blood pressure. And I'm not telling you not to take your medication. I'm talking to you and telling you to drink the sufficient amount of water that you need to drink throughout the day. Take your meds. And I'm telling you to eat healthily and exercise along with your medication. Yes, my goal is to get off of medication, but I have not reached that goal yet. They lowered it one time. They have not lowered it again. So I'm guessing that, because I asked about it, but again, that wasn't my normal doctor. She was on vacation when they had me come in for that appointment. And I'm guessing that they want to make sure that when I come back, my pressure is still normal. If it's still normal, maybe they'll decrease it. I don't think they're going to get me off cold turkey. I don't think they're going to get me off, like point blank off, because for the simple fact, there's no money in the curing. There's only money in the treatment, and they're not going to cut their noises off to despite their face. I hate to say that, but that's real talk. You guys know that. I just want to say that, yeah, I believe they're going to drop it. They're going to lower it as long as I can continue to do what I'm doing. Now, what I'm doing is I drink 72 fluid ounces of water daily. Okay, so that's about 5 16-ounce bottles of water. But I do that because I'm drinking half of my body weight in water. And I turn around, I drink a little more than I need to because I try to get those water bottles out of the way from the beginning of the day. When I rise in the day, I drink 16 fluid ounces before I have any kind of beverage. I like to have my tea. If you have tea and you don't include sugar in it, that counts. That 8 ounces of tea counts as 8 ounces of water because I want to make sure I'm hydrated. I do my water, I do my teas, and I try to do 2 cups of tea. One of them is going to be green tea. The other one may be the soursop leaves, or it may be the moringa and ginger tea, whatever. I always make sure I have 1 cup of green tea throughout the day, and then I mix it up. I have a variety of teas, and I like to mix it up and have something else, another flavor, other than just water, because I don't drink sodas anymore. I don't drink much of anything anymore. The only time I even do coffee is like today. I am tired. I need me some coffee. But if I don't need it, I won't. Like after I finish with this podcast, I will be exercising. Oh, and I'm still in the challenge. I'm still doing the 75-day challenge with exercising twice in a day, eating healthy, and all of that good stuff. So, today actually makes my day 22 because I've been at it. So, yeah, I started September 30th. But anyway, I feel good. I feel good about it. I'm not trying to build muscles, but I am trying to tighten everything up. And I've increased the time because I started doing 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the afternoon or evening, depending on how I fit that in there. And I still let it fluctuate depending on how busy my work day is. So if I have to work through lunch, then I'm going to do my exercise in the evening time after work. But I increased it every week. I added another 5 minutes per exercise, So I'm good. I'm doing what I got to do. And I just told myself that I'm not going to stop at 75 days. I'm going to continue to go. And I had somebody who was supposed to join me. I'm not going to say how they're related to me because that'll give you more of a clue. I don't want to do that to her. But she was going to join me last Sunday, and she didn't. And then she was supposed to start this Sunday, and I haven't heard a peep. But it's okay. I'm doing what I'm doing for me. I don't force my ways on anybody. Anybody who's interested in joining can always reach out to me and say, hey, I want to jump on board. If they're not interested, that is quite all right. I'm still going to do what I have to do for me because I want to live. Okay? That should be the name of my podcast. I want to live. But anyway, you have tuned into the Brave Stars podcast. And again, hit that like button for me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. But I did have a wonderful day in church. But I'm not going to get into that right now. I want to let you know that you're supposed to be drinking half of your body weight in water. Okay? So if you weigh 150 pounds, you would be drinking 75 fluid ounces of water on the daily basis. All right. Now you drink, like I said, in the morning I start with my 16 ounces. Then I'll have some tea. Then I'll have me some breakfast. Water maybe after my breakfast. I don't drink my water with my food. I do one thing at a time. I usually drink my water first so that I don't eat as much food because I don't want to overeat. You know what I mean? I don't want to stretch my stomach and make it feel any bigger than it needs to feel. I don't do that. All right. Then I might add some fruit in there. I like to have a banana. Sometimes that's breakfast, a banana. And I love my strawberries. I can't seem to find blueberries right now. But they're out there somewhere. They're just not at my favorite stores. I tried, the Whole Foods. I tried 2 different Stop and Shops because I got 2 of them at equal distances and 2 different directions. The Stop and Shops, and I could not find my organic blueberries. They had regular ones, but I want organic. I need to remain on my health kick, so I'm not going to go backwards unless I have to go backwards. What I just did was bought extra strawberries, that's all, since they had a lot of organic strawberries. It wasn't even a sale either, but I bought 2 packs of that so I can play with my strawberries. I've been putting them in everything. I've been putting them in my oatmeal. I've been putting them in my like my dessert. I use sour cream. I might put a little bit of granola in it. I've been cutting up strawberries and putting that in there. Sometimes I don't even add the granola. I'm just doing strawberries and sour cream. And I like it. That's my treat when I want me some sugar. I have me some natural sugars. But anyway, you want to eat your fruits. You want to eat your green vegetables. Arugula. Shout out to my sister-in-law. Arugula. You want to have lima beans. There's okra, asparagus, broccoli, string beans, peas. And arugula is a leafy green vegetable. That would go with like the spinach, the collard greens, the kale, turnip greens, mustard greens, lettuce, stuff like that. That would go with that. And you can do other types of vegetables. You don't have to just do green vegetables. Green vegetables are what I tell you about because they help in lowering your blood pressure. And they also help you from having clogged arteries that can cause cardiac arrest. They help with lowering your blood sugar. I believe many vegetables help with that. As long as you are trying to lower your pressure, it usually helps lower your sugar levels. So don't add sugar to that tea, people. Leave alone all of the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates turn into sugars, which mess with your insulin. So you don't want to have any of that. Try to eat more one ingredient foods. If it's impossible for you, I get it. What you want to do is just continue to do your best to be your healthiest self. Take your medications. Again, like I said, I am not a doctor. I'm not trying to take the place of your doctor. I'm just trying to help you to get healthier while you are taking your medications. You can't stop taking the medication and figure, well, I'm exercising, I'm eating right, I'm drinking enough water, I don't need the meds. No, you have to take the meds and eat right, drink enough water, and exercise. You understand? I asked my doctor years ago. I had said, well, then if I eat all of this stuff, then I don't have to take the pills. Because I told you, guys, I don't want medication. They said, no, that's not going to stop it. You know, you're going to have to eat right, exercise, and drink your fluids, plus take your medication. And that's the thing. We try to substitute one thing for another thing, and you can't. You have to do all of it. And if you should get to the point where you are exercising and everything, and back to back to back, you have wonderful blood pressures, you're going to have to take your pressure every day to make sure that you don't need those meds. And I have a friend who works in the hospital that said, hold on to your meds. He said, because if you should have consistent pressure where it's normal, and then you turn around and suffer some high blood pressure for whatever reason, you didn't eat right, you went out with friends, or some stress hit you that day, he said, take the meds the day that you check your pressure and find out it's high. So what you're going to be doing, you're going to be regulating your own pressure to make sure where you are and how healthy, you know, because you want to remain healthy. Exercising, eating right, and drinking the proper amounts of water is not going to change your pressure when stress is related or, you know, comes about in your life. Stress can be anything. It can come from the loss of a job, a family member, you know, the loss of a job, the loss of a family member, breaking down of your vehicle or something. You know, stress happens. It's anything. You can wake up late and turn around and you're stressed out now because now you got to rush to try and get to work or whatever it is you do, you know, get to an appointment or whatever. That kind of stress, road rage, stress. So check your pressure, people. Get hold or take hold in charge of your pressure. Take charge of your sugar levels. If you know you're going to have an orange or some crackers in the morning or something to regulate your sugar, have that near the bed with a glass of water and your medications nearby, unless you take your medications in the evening time. It's up to how you want to do it. Me, I do take my pressure medication in the evening time. It was suggested by my doctor because I used to take it in the morning time, and I don't know. I just used to take it in the morning because it was convenient for me. When I used to take birth control, I took those in the morning time. But so it made me automatically, I was taking it in the morning time because I figured I won't forget. But she had suggested that I take it in the evening time and then I sleep on the meds and let it do its job. I'm not eating after taking it, you know. So, because they say you could take it on an empty stomach. That's why I figured I could take it in the morning before I eat and everything. But no, I started, I don't want to say last year. It could have been last year or the beginning of this year, taking it in the evening time. And what I do is I take it, I got a set time in my watch, and I turn around, I go ahead and take my medication because I set it for evening time, like 8:15. That's when it goes off. And I'll get myself up there and get my meds. I drink lots of water. I try to finish another bottle of water. Not when I take it. I take it with some water, but I'll finish that bottle that I opened before 9 because I know 2 hours after that I need to be in the bed. So I need to have released whatever water I'm holding, you know. And what I do, I sleep on it. When I wake up in the morning, I take my pressure. Pressure is usually normal. I'll eat a few meals. About 3 o'clock in the evening or in the afternoon, I'll take another pressure and see where we are. And normally, you know, as long as I'm eating what I'm supposed to be eating, pressure is good. You know, it's really not an issue. That's why I'm like, get me off of these pills already. But it's a process. They're not going to, I don't believe they're going to take me right off, because she was trying to tell me that I can't stop taking my medication. If I stop taking my medication, then I can have a heart attack. So therefore, I believe they have to wean me off of the medication. So they'll have to lower it, and then probably after a while tell me to start skipping. You know, I don't know how low they can go with it. I know they have 5 milligrams. I'm at 10 milligrams. I know they have 5 milligrams. So I don't know. But that's my goal, to get off. If I have to wean myself off after a while. But right now, I'm not trying to do that, because I'm at 10 milligrams. I'm not on 5. So I will still take it and deal with it, you know, for now, anyway. For now. But it's Motivational Monday, people. How are you? I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I keep saying that, but I just enjoyed myself. I was really looking forward to resting this weekend. I was like, I need my Saturday, and I really wanted to spend it with my little guys and do this little Halloween trick-or-treating thing. They call it trunk-or-treat, and I thought about it, and I got tired. I'm like, I don't think I could do that. Oh, man. And I'm like, I really feel bad that I didn't go, because it was planned up until the day. And then it was like, oh, I got to take this ride. Am I going to be able to do it? And lately, when I take a drive and it's more than a half an hour, when I get out my car, my back is killing me. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I got to get my seat. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is. I got this little pillow thing that's supposed to like practically wrap around me. That didn't work either. I get out the car and I'm like, oh, it takes me a minute to stand up and get it together. Imagine trying to walk for about 4 hours or something with the kids. That was not going to work. And then get back in the car and drive back home. I couldn't see it, y'all. I really couldn't see it. I said, girl, you going to be cooped up, broken down on Sunday, and then the rest of the week. I said, no, I'm going to stay home, because I cannot be getting hurt up in here. I am the only one taking care of these things. I need to be healthy. I need to be good. I want to live. I want to live. Anyway, I hit that like button, okay? And it does a lot of good. It really helps, you know. Download the episode, share it with some friends. I have been trying to eat less. I shouldn't say I've been trying. I've been eating less. I've been fasting. It's intermittent fasting. That's what I'm doing now. I'm intermittent fasting. I've been doing that for years now. But sometimes I fast where I'm not eating anything and I'm only drinking water. But to these past, I don't want to say 2 days, no. More like since Wednesday, I've just been doing 6 hours. Oh, put the thumb up. Yeah. Where I eat 6 hours, you know. And then I fast for 18 hours. So, yeah, this is why, okay? This is why. I was doing eat 8 hours and fast for 16 hours. But then I find myself only eating 6 hours. So if I make my breakfast my big meal, and then I skimp for my lunch, and my dinner is light, and then I go the 18 hours, I should see a difference on the scale. And I have been seeing a difference on the scale. What it is, I want to tighten up. I want to eat healthier food. So I got to do away with like the oatmeal. This lady is saying no oatmeal. She wants me to build muscle. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. I like being soft. I really do. But I do want to tighten up areas. So I'm going to attempt to do what it is that she's saying to do and do the eggs. Well, she didn't say eggs. She said egg whites. And I'm like, I'm one of them women that had that mother that used to say, don't be wasting nothing. So I'm like, if I eat the egg whites, what do I do with my yellows? I'm not throwing it away. What am I going to do with that? Maybe make my daughter an omelet or something. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. But that's what I think I'm going to start doing today. Eating the egg whites. I have to eat more leaner foods. So I'm going to try it for as long as I can, and with the exercise, and see how that works out. But anyway, it's Motivational Monday, and as you guys know, I just love talking to y'all. I can talk all day to you guys. Some of you are waiting to hear more about God, so what I'm going to say to those who are, say you're not saved, and you would like to be saved, then if you can believe that our Lord and Savior had resurrected Jesus, his son Jesus, from the dead, and you believe in the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit, you are saved. If I left anything out, I will correct it next week. I am tired, y'all. I'm so sorry. But I love talking to y'all. And I will give you the correct saying next week and save some more souls. I love you guys. I love you guys. Later, Gator.